The year is 2011. Deep within the compound walls of Abbottabad, Pakistan, a small team of elite U.S. Navy SEALs, members of DevGru, executed one of the most critical missions in modern military history: the elimination of Osama bin Laden. In the hands of those operators, tasked with precision and uncompromising reliability in the most hostile conditions, was not the ubiquitous M4 carbine, but a different weapon entirely: the HK-416. This German-engineered marvel, battle-proven in the crucible of clandestine operations, was instrumental in that defining moment. Fast forward to today, and that once exclusive, special operations tool is rapidly becoming a mainstream service rifle. While a single HK-416 unit can cost upwards of $3,000, dwarfing the approximately $600 price tag of a standard M4 carbine, its adoption by major NATO allies is nothing short of a strategic pivot. France, after decades with their FAMAS, has chosen the HK-416 as their new service rifle. Germany, the birthplace of Heckler & Koch, is transitioning the Bundeswehr to the HK-416 as a replacement for the G36. Most significantly, the United States Marine Corps has adopted a variant, the M27 infantry automatic rifle, to replace a substantial portion of its M249 squad automatic weapons, and is now exploring its wider role as a standard-issue rifle. Norway, Ireland, and a host of other special forces units globally have also embraced it. This widespread, high-cost adoption signals a profound shift in military procurement and doctrine. Why are leading militaries across the globe, including the financially astute U.S. Marine Corps, willing to invest so heavily in a rifle that costs 5 times more than its American predecessor? What distinct advantages does the HK-416 offer that justify this premium, transforming it from a niche weapon for elite operators into the standard bearer for entire armies? The answer lies in its groundbreaking design, unparalleled reliability, and superior performance metrics, which we're about to dissect. The genesis of the HK-416 was rooted in an unyielding demand for reliability, where the M4's direct impingement system demonstrably failed. German engineers meticulously dissected the operational deficiencies of the shortened M4, understanding that its very gas system, while adequate in longer configurations, became a liability when compressed into a compact form factor. The M4's design, by venting scorching, carbon-laden gases directly back into the receiver, turned the weapon's critical operating components, the bolt carrier group, into a self-fouling, self-destructing mechanism. This corrosive cocktail of superheated gas and particulate matter not only accelerated wear and tear, but also caused catastrophic malfunctions, often at the most critical junctures of combat. Component lifespan plummeted, and operator confidence eroded with every stoppage. Heckler & Koch's audacious solution was to sever this detrimental link, introducing a short-stroke gas piston system, a proven design perfected in their G36 rifle. This ingenious mechanism reroutes the high-pressure gases, channeling them away from the critical operating components and into a dedicated piston system positioned above the barrel. Beyond its groundbreaking gas system, which redefined reliability, the HK-416's true mastery lies in its unwavering durability and surgical accuracy. The heart of any rifle, its barrel, is where the kinetic energy is harnessed, where precision is born or lost. And here, Heckler & Koch forged not just a barrel, but a legend. Cold hammer forged, a process that doesn't just shape metal, but imbues it with an almost mythical resilience. These barrels boast a structural integrity that mocks lesser designs. HK Defense doesn't just claim, they guarantee a lifespan of up to 20,000 rounds, an astonishing 2.5 times that of a standard M4, pushing into the domain of light machine guns. This isn't just about saving money on replacements, it's about maintaining consistent performance when sustained fire turns the battlefield into a crucible. The thermal stability of these barrels limits heat-induced deformation, ensuring that every shot, from the first to the 200th, lands precisely where intended. With typical bullet groupings within a mere 2.6 centimeters at 100 meters, this isn't just a reliable weapon. It's a precision instrument, designed to dominate at range. Even the most deeply ingrained national pride, forged over decades of service and symbolic identity, must eventually yield to the brutal realities of modern combat. For France, this reckoning arrived with its beloved FAMAS, the iconic bugle that had served as the nation's standard-issue rifle for over 40 years. Despite its distinctive silhouette and the fierce loyalty it inspired, the FAMAS harbored fundamental design flaws that, in an increasingly volatile global landscape, became insurmountable liabilities. The decision to retire it, though painful, was a stark acknowledgement that battlefield efficacy transcends sentiment. At the heart of the FAMAS's operational Achilles heel lay its unique blowback operating mechanism. While ingenious, it possessed a critical flaw. Its violent action often damaged the rims of spent brass casings, rendering them unsuitable for reloading. This necessitated the exclusive use of steel-cased ammunition, a direct contravention of NATO standardization, creating logistical nightmares in coalition operations. Beyond its ammunition demands, the FAMAS was a maintenance nightmare. Its complex disassembly and cleaning process could consume a soldier for up to an hour, an eternity in a high-intensity combat zone where rapid turnaround and weapon reliability are paramount. Furthermore, the rifle's composite receiver, innovative for its time, proved prone to chipping, particularly around the crucial trigger guard, which itself was ergonomically restrictive, posing a significant obstacle for soldiers operating in cold weather or wearing tactical gloves. For the United States Marine Corps, guardians of expeditionary warfare, a tactical crossroads loomed. Their traditional reliance on the M249 squad automatic weapon, while formidable, was becoming a glaring liability. Its sheer bulk and the necessity for its operator to remain prone rendered the SAW gunner a static, vulnerable target, a magnet for enemy snipers. This over-reliance on a static platform threatened the very agility the Corps prided itself on. Conversely, the ubiquitous M4 carbine and M16A4, while offering precision, lacked the sustained automatic fire essential for maintaining momentum or breaking contact. Forcing these rifles into sustained full auto invited premature wear and catastrophic failure, a gamble no commander could take. The existing arsenal presented a stark dichotomy: heavy, static suppression, or mobile but limited individual fire. Neither met the evolving demands of a dynamic battlefield. The imperative was clear: a single, versatile platform capable of bridging this gap, empowering every rifleman with precision, sustained suppressive fire, and uncompromised mobility. Further enhancing adaptability, the adjustable stock ensures a perfect fit for any operator, regardless of stature, minimizing fatigue during extended patrols. At approximately 3.7 kilograms fully loaded, its balanced weight distribution, even with an additional 152 kilograms of mission-specific accessories, makes it manageable for NATO infantry already burdened with body armor and extensive gear. This seamless integration with the operator is matched only by its profound interoperability within the NATO ecosystem. The decision to chamber the HK416 in the ubiquitous 5.56mm NATO round wasn't just practical, it was strategically brilliant. The true crucible for any weapon system is not the proving ground, but the battlefield. For the HK416, its legend was forged in the most critical of operations, far beyond the reach of conventional marketing. The world watched in 2011 as U.S. Navy SEALs executed Operation Neptune Spear, eliminating the architect of global terror, Osama bin Laden. The choice of weapon carried into that high-stakes compound in Abbottabad was not the ubiquitous M4A1 or the compact MK18, but the HK416. This deliberate selection by the apex of Special Operations Forces spoke volumes, a powerful, unspoken endorsement that reverberated across the globe. When the details surfaced, the rifle instantly transcended its status as a niche special operations tool, becoming a symbol of uncompromising lethality and reliability. This wasn't a singular triumph. The HK-416's operational pedigree extends across the most unforgiving theaters of modern conflict. Norwegian Special Forces and regular infantry, operating in the brutal, dust-choked mountains and extreme temperatures of Afghanistan, found the HK-416 to be an indispensable asset, maintaining peak performance where other systems faltered. French forces, deployed to the vast, arid expanses of Mali during Operation Serval, relied on its consistent functionality in adverse desert conditions. From the urban, close-quarters battlegrounds of the Middle East to the frozen Scandinavian Arctic and the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, the HK-416 has proven its mettle, showcasing unparalleled resilience against sand, mud, water, and extreme temperatures, conditions that are the ultimate test of any firearm. These irrefutable demonstrations of real-world superiority, often under the most intense scrutiny, irrevocably altered the global perception of the HK-416. It wasn't just another AR pattern rifle. It was the rifle chosen when failure was not an option. This operational validation propelled its adoption far beyond special operations units. Despite a premium price tag, often exceeding $2,500 per rifle before accessories, nations across NATO and beyond, including France as its new standard-issue service rifle, Germany's KSK, the U.S. Marine Corps in limited capacity, and numerous other elite units, swiftly integrated the HK-416 into their arsenals. Its proven track record in the hands of the world's most demanding operators cemented its status as a benchmark for modern military small arms, increasingly defining contemporary conflict, further aligning Germany with its NATO allies in embracing a proven, battle-hardened platform. Conclusion: the HK-416, a new standard for modern infantry. From the shadows of clandestine operations, where the stakes are existential and failure is unthinkable, the HK-416 has emerged, not merely as a weapon, but as a doctrine. Once the exclusive domain of the world's most elite special forces, its relentless performance under the most harrowing conditions has unequivocally proven its mettle for the vast, demanding landscape of large-scale infantry deployment. This isn't a mere upgrade. It's a testament to a foundational shift in military procurement, a deliberate pivot by NATO nations back to the immutable principles of warfighting: uncompromising durability, unwavering operational stability, and decisive combat effectiveness in any theater, no matter how brutal. This widespread adoption by leading militaries isn't a pursuit of novelty or unproven technological leaps. It's a calculated, pragmatic response to the harsh realities of modern conflict. Rather than chasing theoretical advantages fraught with logistical complexities and potential limitations, these forces have opted for the absolute certainty of a system forged in the crucible of real-world engagements. The HK-416 embodies this cautious, yet profoundly effective philosophy. Its unparalleled synergy of ballistic precision, robust engineering, and seamless logistical compatibility has cultivated an almost sacred trust among the armed forces of diverse nations. When lives hang in the balance, when the mission demands absolute certainty, the HK-416 delivers. The global security landscape grows more volatile, more unpredictable with each passing day. From the frozen reaches of the Arctic to the sun-scorched deserts, from dense urban sprawls to remote, hostile jungles, the modern soldier faces an array of threats that demand equipment beyond reproach. This battle-proven weapon, having excelled where others faltered, has cemented its position not just as a preference, but as an indispensable pillar in the arsenals of regular NATO forces. It represents more than a rifle. It signifies a new benchmark, a definitive standard for what a modern infantry weapon must be: resilient, reliable, and relentlessly lethal, ensuring the fighting edge for those who stand on the front lines against an ever-present darkness.